Welcome back to V-Rule. I'm giving away an ETB, the Brilliant Stars ETB, probably. Check the description below. I might be giving away a Pokemon Center version, depending on what's available at the time of the giveaway. What is the giveaway? The giveaway is triggered once we reach 5,000 subscribers. So you got to be a part of the channel to do it. Like, comment, and subscribe. But how do you enter? It's usually a comment, right? So yeah, you want to comment on the video. You want to like the video. But I need to compile everybody in one place. So go to this video here. That's where you need to leave an additional comment. That's how I know you're entered to win for the giveaway. The goal is 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, if not sooner, but 5,000 is the next milestone to hit, so let's do it. Team V, we got this. I'm also going to be giving away 5 Pokemon mystery card lots, just something I put together. I think it'd be nice to share the love a little bit more. Instead of just an ETB for one winner, have 6 winners. Why not? We are looking at deals. Deals, folks. There are some deals. There's actually stuff available. That's the larger question. And to anybody who's newer to the hobby, if you're recently entered with Prismatic Evolutions or Surging Sparks, maybe even 151, so you're still relatively newer to the hobby as far as recent modern sets go, this might have some good information for you in the way of how to view it and what you're looking at and what this means. I'll go in more in depth as we walk through, but let's dive in. The Card Coliseum is always a good place to check. Lots of more like ancillary products of being, sleeve booster packs or just check lane boosters. Those are things that you'll find pretty commonly here on the front end. Just single packs in a more reasonable price range. You're going to have to stack up quite a few just to kind of make your money's worth out of it, I think. And then the further back you go, the price starts to increase a little bit because that's just what it is. The sets are around for a little bit. Availability is a little bit tougher. Definitely worth checking out. I found a couple products on here that kind of stood out to me. The Stellar Crown ETB coming in at $41.99. That might be one of the better prices I've seen in a while here because it's been sitting around MSRP at about $50 pretty commonly. So Stellar Crown is growing in price not because the set's popularity is going up, but because Pokemon's boom and Pokemon's popularity is going up. So Stellar Crown has to follow suit. Everything rises a little bit, and they do a good job of not cutting into it too deep because easily you could put this at MSRP and people would still buy it. Where Twilight Masquerade, you got the Greninja, definitely bigger pulls in this set here, I think, and a little bit more difficult to get the chase cards for sure. So you do have the MSRP price here at $49.99, but the availability is the key here because it's becoming increasingly difficult to even find Twilight Masquerade ETBs. Moving over to Game Nerds, it's really difficult to look at some of this sometimes. It's sitting at $19.97 for a build and battle kit. That's 4 packs, and then you get a little promo and some extra cards, a 40 card deck or whatever. The deck's not that important. Sometimes you do have a non-holo rare version of cards that would have otherwise be holo and or reverse holo for a set. So if you want to master a set, you might need to add some of those in there. But it's laughable because I remember not even that long ago, these were sitting around $12, $12.50, something like that. And I was tempted. I was thinking about picking up a bunch of them just to hold on to it, expecting that eventually it would go up in price. And I passed at the time. But that's the thing you need to look out for. Pay attention to that because some of those deals do come along and then you need to scoop them up. Even if you feel like, well, nobody else wants it, why do I want to spend the money on it? Because eventually it turns around and it has a $7 increase pretty quickly. I think it's only been a handful of months, really, like 4 or 5 months, something like that. So pretty quick. Another thing here, Pokemon Go, one that had a lot of hype at the time, had a lot of people jumping into the set, kind of flopped, kind of disappointed. People were worried that there wouldn't be enough because this was kind of the tail end of a little bit of a boom market. And coupling that with Pokemon Go kind of seemed like an interesting concept. A little bit too late, but finally got to it. 6 packs and the trainer, the full art trainer promo card in there. And the cool thing was you could get the set of 3 from a lot of different stores. They sold out really quickly. They sold out on Pokemon Center, but then they popped back up. Things started coming up in front of you there. They're $30 per box, and this is retailing for a little bit less than that at $80.97 for the set of 3. The Alolan Executor V out of the Pokemon Go set here with 4 packs, and the promo, you're at $19.97. So if you're looking to get Pokemon Go, it's an okay set. I think the Mewtwo's are pretty cool, the Gold and the V-Star and the Rainbow and all that. Looking still on Game Nerds here, Pokemon Shining Fates Elite Trainer box. Now, this was at the height of the 2020 boom. 2021, you couldn't get Shining Fates if your life depended on it. It was so rare, so difficult to get. I remember buying mini tins when I first got back into the hobby and buying them at MSRP at $8.99 at the time, and just being blown away that there was something available. Found them on a shelf, and I just scooped up what I could, all 4 of them, or whatever it was at the time. It wasn't much, but I was very excited to find it because it was so rare to get a hold of. Then I started accumulating the occasional ETB here or there at MSRP, which I believe for this one, because it has the 10 packs in it, was $50, $49.99. For the, you go to the Scarlet and Violet era, sorry, not Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield era, Shining Fate specialty set being a little bit higher than the MSRP of $40, $39.99 for a regular ETB, which this didn't. It was specialty, and you got that promo on the side of the EV. All of these things have come up in price because time heals things. So these were hard to get. Try to piecemeal your collection, getting some along the way, and then all of a sudden, the market was flooded. You could find it everywhere. Everyone had these available. They were on store shelves. They were on every shop. They were on Pokemon Center. You could find them all over the place at MSRP or better. Why? Because Pokemon printed to demand. They just did it a lot later than they should have. And that's the hope. That right there, folks, is the hope of Prismatic Evolutions. That is the hope for Journey Together. That is the hope for the remainder of the sets for 2025, where a lot of people are speculating that there's going to be a lot of hype around it. Journey Together, we'll get into that tomorrow of what the set looks like and what we should be expecting out of it. It seems a little lackluster, a little bit falling short on the what should be in a boom market and everybody getting excited, but we're all riding this wave right now, so don't get caught off guard. Do not FOMO. Do not fall for it. Shining Fate's at $80 now. Might be a good price because availability has dwindled. However, there will be a time with these other sets that more comes to the scene, and there's other sets to be picking up, so people are passing, and then that keeps the price stable or low or reasonable. And, you got to play the market safe and smart. I have just abandoned all hope on finding Prismatic Evolutions at all. I'm not looking for it actively. If I happen upon it in a store because I perfectly timed that restock somehow, some way when I go get my groceries or whatever it might be, then yes, I will take that opportunity and pick up an ETB or other if the opportunity is available. But I'm not going to go crazy. The pull rates are terrible. The hype is too high, and I have one of each product that is available at the current moment in hand. Okay, fine. I got a little taste. I'm leaving it sealed. I'm not going to go crazy. This is not the long-term investment I was hoping for out of Prismatic. I think that just fell short in so many ways that I don't want to overdo it and overspend here when there's other things that could prove to be better in the long run. And I'm looking at a little bit more specifically to certain cards, certain little promos that seem like they could perform quite well. Up behind me, the Mewtwo, and Gold Mew combo out of the 151 UPC. I remember I picked that up, it feels like a little while ago now, for like $9. Just added to cart to meet the requirement for free shipping. That thing's going for $60 right now, that set, that little trio. That's a good return that I wasn't even pursuing. So I'm trying to think a little bit outside of the box and see what other things might be on that path. Coming over here to Safari Zone, they've been hit or miss in the news lately. The Pokemon YouTube space, the news that you get from people like me and others. And I don't know if they're the best to go for, but it seemed like if you're looking for it, Terrestrial Festival at $90 is not a horrible pickup. The box sealed, I believe. Here we have. There's no. They're not doing cases, which kind of gives you pause because if there's a God Pack, you could probably weigh these boxes out and find the heavier ones for the better chance of a God Pack. So it's all become a little bit sus. Not just them, and I'm not pointing to them specifically. I have no clue if that's part of it for Safari Zone, so let's be clear about that. But just be careful with loose boxes. Know it's a trusted source. I don't think I've purchased from them in the past. Maybe I've purchased once before without issue. I don't know. I've never had a reason not to go for them, but I'm just showing you what's possible. Pokemon 151 booster box, if you're wanting some 151, instead of paying $150 or whatever for the Blooming Waters on a secondary market, you can go at $110 and get the 151 booster box in Japanese, maybe get a chance at something good there. You're going to get one Master Ball in there, which we did not have in English, and you should get, I believe, one SAR. I don't remember if that's true, if you get one per box there. This one I just wanted to pull up here, Unplugged Gaming. I have not purchased from them in the past. $220, and this is going to be for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet base set, the Build and Battle box display. So that's 10 of these. That's 40 packs at $220. Now, the only reason I bring this up is because base set was passed up so long, so quick, so easy for such a long time, and now that we're in the boom, everything is climbing. Everything is climbing. Just to play my point a little bit more, before Shrouded Fable, just before Shrouded Fable, not a lot on the horizon. Searching Sparks was getting some whisper, but people weren't going nuts for it yet. They didn't have a sellout of the ETB on Pokemon Center going for any quick turn around. It was there for weeks on end, maybe even a month or so. I think I was still seeing it. So there wasn't a huge hype building just yet. And around that same time, I found the Build and Battle box display, case of 10, for Paldea Evolved, which already was showing promise with that Magikarp. And I picked it up at $130. I thought, maybe this will be good. Maybe I'll open it and hunt for that Magikarp. I don't know. I've left it sealed. The price has since gone through the roof on it. And it's a good thing because that was one of those few things where I wasn't really actively looking for it, but it was a good deal at the time. And I took the gamble and went for it, knowing what I know about the market. So it wasn't totally a gamble. It was an educated guess on how things go. And now that we're in this boom, I think that one's like sitting at like 250, 260, something like that. So those little deals, I mean, I got one case, Yay, great. It's not a huge profit, and it's not anything until I sell it or if I sell it, so it's nothing for now. But the good thing there is just kind of seeing these opportunities as they come. Is this an opportunity? Probably not, but it's a good story to bring you into what's possible as you go through this, because the prices you're seeing right now are not quite normal. So just hold on. Patience. Patience is key. I say it all the time. Don't FOMO. No fear of missing out. Just patience. Keep patience. Pokemon will be in a boom for a little while, yes, but eventually it will settle. It might be a new plateau of settling, but it's not going to be crazy all the time forever. We're not going to have to deal with it forever because this is cyclical. The cycle goes up and down. You have to ride this wave for a little while and be more selective, and then when it comes down, be more assertive, and it's just that trend to be able to take one step at a time in how you can go here. Smoke and Mirrors, another store I've purchased from in the past. $50 for Shining Treasures. This is the Japanese version of Paldean Fates, I believe, right? Yeah. So correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. But you can get the sealed box there. There's going to be 10 packs in there. $50. Not a bad price point there. The Pokemon TCG of Scarlet and Violet Stellar Crown. Why can't I just get there? I'm like fumbling over the words trying to read this, and I don't know why I'm trying to read it. Look at the box. It's Stellar Crown. Duh. Stellar Crown for $40, so a little better price here, even at Smoke and Mirrors. I think you can get to free shipping after $150, looks like. So you're going to have to stack a few things to get to that point, but $40 on the ETB for Stellar Crown. Technically, that's a good deal right now. That is a good deal. Paradox Rift 3-pack blister here at $13.99. All things are coming up a little bit, so getting a handful of packs at a more reasonable price like that, not a bad gig. Looking at Rare Candy, there was stuff coming out with the Prismatic Evolutions, doing some releases in portions each day for a handful of days. That fell flat on its face and fell apart real quick. All sorts of havoc was coming out of that one, so they cut it off, and then they went with a different strategy. I don't know. Didn't seem like it was a great thought-through approach, and it was an attempt to do something better for the community, but it was a really shallow attempt to make it happen effectively. So no offense to anybody involved in it, but I think there are some obvious ways to make these releases, these boom releases, go much more efficiently if you want to stick to MSRP, to do your customers right, to do the hobby well. There are so many ways you could do this, and it's always missed shop after shop. It's not just them. They're not isolated to this one event or even who they are here as Rare Candy as a storefront. I don't know anything about it, but the fact of the matter is there was other ways to handle that. And I worry that we're in this super hype, that everybody's riding this hype wave here and looking at Journey Together going, I gotta get it. But calm down. This is a main series set. Pull rates are going to be similar to Stellar Crown. Calm down. It's not going to be that crazy. It's not that exciting of a set, to be honest. I feel like could have done more with it. There's no Blaine's Charizard equivalent in this set that I can see, and I don't foresee that even years from now that it would have that same feel, same effect Obviously, that Charizard tax is going to play a factor, but the reality is I think this is too hot of a price right now. I would not be in at $220 for a booster box. That seems way too much. Coming back around to Earth here a little bit, $90 from 763 Collectibles. I've purchased from them in the past. Actually, I was able to get a couple pieces of MSRP for Prismatic Evolutions from them, so thank you to that storefront. Thank you to 763 Collectibles for being awesome in having that available, and I was lucky to get through the checkout process fast enough. Not fast enough for everything I really wanted, but fast enough to get two items out of it, which was helpful there. But their Terrestrial Festival booster box is coming in at $90, which I think is what we saw earlier. You could get the Terrapagos Ultra Premium Collection here at $95. This thing's starting to tick up a little bit because it's getting a little bit harder to find. I don't think this is going to be like the Charizard UPC. I don't think the promos lend it to that kind of price point, but this will slowly climb. It'll get to MSRP, then it'll start to outgrow that even, okay? So just pay attention if it's something you're thinking about picking up. I did pick up one or two. I picked up two from a Black Friday sale where they were $80, and I was going to open one, but now I'm holding, and it's already increasing a little bit beyond that from the low points I can find across the board. Josh's cards with the Shrouded Fable ETB. Again, cards are getting hard to find. Product is hard to get to. People want to rip packs. People want to enjoy the hobby. And people are turning back to Shrouded Fable, a set that most people were looking, going, no thanks, not for me, and passing on. And they're turning back around and buying it, and finding it at this price of $37.95 is actually considered good right now. I know, not an exciting set, not a great price point, but it is better than most, and it's giving people opportunity to enjoy the hobby a little bit and not pay an arm and a leg for it. Going for the back-to-school Eraser Blister of Bellybolt, okay, from 2024. Can't believe it's 25 already. $8.95, so we're looking at, $4.50 on a pack there, but it's Temporal Forces and Twilight Masquerade. Get a chance at that Greninja, maybe, maybe not. Kind of rolling the dice a little bit with only 2 packs there. Paradox, Destiny's Tin, the Iron Crown EX. There's a couple others that actually have like $1 or $1.02, maybe higher than that, but at $21 for the 5 packs, not horrible there from Josh's cards. If you are looking for anything outside of that, playmats and different deck boxes and dice containers, Pokemon Center just pushed up a bunch of stuff here recently. I think this was just yesterday that it went up, and you have a lot of different new products here. This is all going to be their MSRP prices, but some cool looking stuff here if you're looking for some of those things, deck boxes or playmats and binder, it looks like. So there's some stuff here. Just wanted to point that out because every once in a while, Pokemon Center might be worth checking, not just for the big releases. No, we're not going to find Journey Together on it right now. No, we're not going to find any Prismatic Evolutions on it right now, but you can get some things on here if you're looking for it. As far as availability right now in today's market. I can't believe this video is going on so long, but I wanted to give you a little idea of places you can go, things there are to see, packs you can get to buy and open. Maybe we can go with free. 5,000 subscribers, and I'm going to be giving away an ETB. This could go to 1 lucky subscriber. I'm also going to do 5 Pokemon mystery card lots. We got to get that road to 5,000 people, so it's pretty easy. Just hop down below, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Check the beginning of the video because I lay out exactly what you need to do, and I post 7 days a week. So I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.